Hear freedom calling me. 'Cause life is what you make it. Don't for the taking. Don't know what I'm gonna There ain't no stopping me this time. This is goodbye.
Well, we know that's not Reba. We know it's Tina. They're not this good. I'll wait for this to wrap up here. Well, you know what? We're going to roll with it. And that is Angela Oliver, everybody. And welcome to Skip Happens. It's another episode with another great country artist. She's in Nashville. Deb Lamphear of the Country Music Fan Club is in Syracuse, of course, right where I am as well. Well, I'm on the other side of town, but
we're social distancing.
We are. It's a lot more than 6 feet. It's like 16 miles. But yeah, I figured that out. Angela Oliver, everybody. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much for having me, you guys.
This is so awesome. We've been doing a lot of these and talking to a lot of the artists that are stuck in their homes or their apartments and just trying to get the name out a little bit. If you can't go out and play, we want to get you out there. So this is a good way of exposing you. You talk about your music and talk about, that you're in Nashville and what you do and maybe get you some new fans. And
yeah, for sure.
Pretty cool. All right. So you're in Nashville, as we said.
Yep.
Correct. Yep. And can I just ask how you handling everything that's going on?
Well, this is definitely some strange times, something I've never encountered before. So, it was unexpected and it has been very tough because we can't connect to the fans. We can't see everybody and it feels so distant. And, I'm a people person. So it's been really hard for me to just stay away. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for life to get back and I'm ready to connect with everybody again. I miss it. I miss people.
A lot of the artists like yourself say the exact same thing. You are people. You are people, persons, people, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. How would you say that? Persons, people. I don't know.
A people person.
A people person.
A people person.
That's what you do. You go out, you get in front of people, you talk to people, you sing for people, and now you can't do that. Well, you could do it for your significant other.
Right.
Until he says, please stop. Tell us a little bit about you, Angela.
Well, I'm from Houston originally, and I moved here to pursue my dream of music. And I've met some amazing artists and songwriters and producers, and I've done a lot of really cool things. And so this was something I've been wanting to do. This project, self-titled debut CD, and so I'm just really excited about it, and so glad that you're playing it for me. And I really do appreciate that. So.
Well, I got to tell you, when Deb and I found out that your management, your promotions people said, "Hey, talk to Angela," I immediately went to the website. I immediately listened to the music, and I was totally blown away. So was Deb. We just went, "Wow, this is
beautiful voice, beautiful."
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Well, I wrote 5 of the 6 songs on there, so some of them are very close to me. So yeah,
real life.
A lot of it, yeah. That's how we get over things or, work through things is we write a song about it and move on.
That's your therapy.
That's our therapy. That's what helps us connect to our fans and other people who might be experiencing the same thing, and it can help them just as much as it helped us. So, yeah.
When did you move from Houston to Nashville?
Back in '93.
Oh, wow. You've been in Nash Vegas that long. You've been at BNA. You've been in Nashville that long.
Yes, wow. I actually moved here a year before the Oilers did. And I actually did their theme song back years and years ago, back when they were still the Tennessee Oilers.
Right.
And so, yeah, that was really cool. So, yeah.
You did. I had no idea that was you. That is very cool.
Back in the very, very beginning, like back when they were over at... what was it? There was a college, I think it was TSU. They were doing all their training and everything over there. And so I was always up in the box singing for everybody. I was on the radio station and, all kinds of stuff. So it was really neat. Yeah.
So this is your first album, though, your first EP that you've put together?
No, I've done EPs before, but
Okay.
this one, I went a little bit more in depth with it because I met Chemo Forrest. He's the one who actually produced this for me. And that's how I met Jennifer, actually, was through Chemo. And so he is just a phenomenal producer, and he just brought everything to life. So we just really clicked, and it was awesome. So
I got to do this.
Yeah.
Hang on. Guess who just said hello? Can you see it?
Oh my God, yes. Her ears were burning, right?
Oh yeah, immediately. She doesn't miss a trick. Let me tell you. I'm hearing she is there, and she's right on top of everything. She's great.
Yeah.
She is great. But because we are on Facebook Live, just to let everybody know, if somebody wanted to comment or ask a question, we do see those on our screen. I don't know if you can see it there. I think Deb can.
I can't see anything right now.
Okay.
But I'd be happy to answer anything. Yeah.
Yep. So if you have a question or whatever that we could throw towards Angela Oliver, if it's anything to do with Nashville or the music business, feel free to ask it. And I'm sure she'll make every attempt to answer it. But let's get back to you a little bit. So you are in quarantine. No, did they open up? Have they opened up some of the restaurants or no?
No, not yet. It'll be this Friday, and it's going to be like at half capacity.
25% or something?
Oh.
Yeah, no, just like a partial open sort of thing. And then they'll go from there to the next phase. So, but I'm ready. I'm ready to get back to my gym. I'm ready to just, I miss the gym. I really do. And I know you can work out at home, but it's not the same.
Not the same. Not the same.
We do these live workouts with our gym, and it gets us moving, but it's just not the same. I feel like we just don't work as hard.
Yes.
you could slack a little bit because they're not right there.
Well, and I like the machines that they've got there. So I've got my machine. It's a upper body day or a lower body day. I can go in there and I know, okay, I'm going to be in here for X amount of time. I'm going to make the most of that. Get all my stuff. You get in your zone. And so it's here and it's like, okay, I could, use a coffee table and do some triceps, or maybe I could do some push-ups, but I don't know. So it's not the same, I don't know.
You've been there since 93. Have you, and you've been doing music since 93, or did you move there and do something else? Or is that why you went there in 93? Because you said, you know what, I've got a lot to bring to the table. I'm going to try, and you've never looked back.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I did. I mean, you had to do some other jobs along the way too, but that was my main reason for moving here. So, I mean, I left my family and everything, and now it's just me and my mom. We came here together. So we didn't have a job. We didn't even have a place to live. It was just our two cars, and we had two walkie-talkies as we were driving up here because we didn't have cell phones, and we were like walkie-talkieing it between the two cars. Okay, pull over, I need gas or whatever like this, all the way here. It was really crazy. And then I think about it, and we stayed at the Super 8 Motel on Dickerson Road.
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm like, it's not the greatest of areas, but see, you don't know that when you come to a town, So,
no, but it was cheap and it was one night, so you were able to get some rest and get back on the road.
Got to do, and it was right off the interstate. We didn't know, but and it's still there today, so it has some nice fond memories every time I go past there. I remember kind of keep.
Seriously, think about that every time you drive by. You go, that was the hotel that Mom and I stopped at when I first moved to Nashville.
You know what's so bizarre? I mean, I had a lady, leave it to Facebook. Find me through Facebook that I had given my business card to when we had first moved here, and she had it all these years, and actually messaged me and said, "Hey, I think you're the same Angela Oliver that I met back then." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" Because I still have your business card. She took a picture of it and sent it to me.
Oh, how cool.
Like, oh my, I mean, who hangs on to that stuff for that long?
Wow.
Just somebody you just meet.
Well, you great impression, right?
I was going to say, you made a great first impression.
I don't know. I guess you really, I was like, wow, that's really cool. So, things like that, you don't realize how you can touch people, even if it's just in a small, simple way, So I thought it was pretty cool. So.
Do you miss Houston at all?
No, I don't miss Houston, but I mean, I liked Texas, and there were a lot of really cool things about it. I liked, but
Mhm.
Houston itself was so big, and I like Nashville because, especially when I moved here, it was just that little city feel where everybody
Mhm.
knew everybody,
Sure.
and it was so cool. I love it. And even though we've gotten bigger and we've had some great opportunities come along, football team and all that stuff, it has still stayed small-minded. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
it has that good old boy, kind of feel to it. That's what everybody's drawn here, because it's
Wow.
just a really great town. It really
So
is. If you love music, this is definitely the place to
Oh
be.
yeah, there's no doubt, and I'm there quite often. Deb is there a lot. She
Mhm.
actually got a son that lives there,
Oh,
so and
cool.
she does a lot of her business there with what she does. So she spends a lot of time. Of course, we're there for the radio seminar and all that. I don't know. Did you make that this past time? Did you go down to the hotel at all or anything?
I didn't
That
know.
was crazy.
I've
That was
been to it
crazy.
before, but I didn't this year. No, I sure didn't.
And
But maybe next year.
we're talking with Angela Oliver. Let me play a little. This is the young lady we're talking to. Listen to this. Listen, listen.
Like a safe harbor, your arms me. Like a salt gentle breeze, your love lies in me.
Let me see if I can pull up another one here. Hang on. This is how talented this young lady is. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Listen to this.
Slow down and take a good look around. There's no need to grow up so fast. These days they're not gonna last out now.
Thanks, Dale Nolan.
So,
Yes.
where are you playing mostly? Are you around town? Have you been traveling before all of this set in? What is your normal lifestyle before this new normal came along?
Well, I mean, yeah, I played different gigs, private events, and was involved in a show too. But I really wanted to go out and do my own, and started this album. And we did a CD release event, and even had Richie McDonald from Lone Star
Nice.
come out and actually do a song with me, and he actually introduced me. So it was really cool because I actually met him, and he had heard me sing, and he came up to me and he's like, you're amazing. Oh my God, and then a friend requested me on Facebook, and then, the rest is history. We've been friends ever since. So it's really
Now he's back with Lone Star now, if I'm not mistaken. I think
yes,
they're back
yes.
together.
Yeah.
That's cool. And that's cool to be on
Mhm.
stage with somebody like that. Somebody that's been there and back again, and then
Oh,
to
God.
recognize you, that is so awesome.
And he's a Texas boy too. So
Yes, yes. He was doing he was out with oh my gosh, I just had a brain fart. Yeah, from Little Texas. I'm thinking of
Tim Rushlow.
Rushlow.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
And
him,
him
Tim
and Larry
Rushlow.
Stewart.
Yes.
They have the three. Yeah, they're doing something for the three of them. I forgot the name of it, but
Yeah, but they'd go out once in a while and hit some of the smaller venues and do their thing. And now I know that, of course, Richie's back with Lone Star, so that's cool. He's like the big voice. I mean,
oh
but
God, yeah.
back in the day, it was John Rich. Remember those days
Oh yes.
with Lone Star early on before they had a falling out or whatever. I really don't know, and I don't want to go down that road. But he ended up leaving, and of course now, and you got big and rich. So
Yeah, exactly.
but let's get back to you a little bit. Being on the
Okay.
big stage, you got a big band. Do you have a full band that hangs out with you that you work
band.
with on a regular
Yeah.
basis?
A full band, yeah, sure do. Yeah, and I've done some Facebook Live things right now.
Mhm.
We're on an acoustic kind of thing, just kind of low key, just trying to still connect to the fans and letting them know, hey, we're still here. We hadn't forgotten about you. We miss you guys. So, at least trying to stay connected to some extent. So, yeah.
Very cool.
Well, that seems to be the way these days. Definitely
Yeah,
keeps your face in front of everyone. So,
right.
and we love it. So that works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Deb and I have talked about this too. You know, where would we be 20 years ago? We didn't have this technology and we weren't able to do this. And people like you were not able to get, if this was to happen, you would not have been able to get yourself out there. At least we have the technology and we can see each other and we can talk, talk to the stars, and we can still hear the music, even if it's through the computers.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That is true. I am thankful for that. What's one good thing as well, if ever you have to go see your doctor, now they're doing virtual visits. I don't have to drive across town to go see my doctor. I can just do a virtual.
I think that's amazing.
Awesome. I wish it could always be that way. No waiting in a waiting room.
Yep. I actually had to go to the doctor's today, and, nothing serious, but, I did hear the virtual thing, but it wasn't the case. But still, even before I walked into the doctor's office, in the parking lot, they had a pop-up. They had a nurse there that, you had to fill out a form, then they had to take your temperature. They had to do all that before you even walk through the doors. So, but
oh, wow.
Yeah. But the virtual thing would be, just for a little chit chat with your doctor. You want to check on a couple of things. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
And I wonder if they still charge you the copay.
They probably
I haven't got the bill yet. I bet you they still will. I mean, come on.
Absolutely. Did you hear all the new process they're going to put with the airlines now, as far as you have to wear the mask and you have to wear your gloves, and they're going to supposedly seat us, maybe not the middle seat, and start loading from the back forward. I mean, all these new things or new processes are going to be changing
that they're going to have, and the middle seat's going to be gone. I heard possibly. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
So traveling
it was kind of crowded anyway, so that doesn't feelings.
I know.
And
it's almost like you'll be getting the coach first class, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of what first class is. You just got two nice size seats.
True.
Now you'll have two seats with a hole in the middle, but that's okay. At least
it's funny. I think our last trip to Nashville for CRS, I may have mentioned this, that it's like we were in a tighter spot than we've ever been. It's like they've added more seats or they've cut it back. When I flopped the table tray down, it was like, I'm not the skinniest guy, but I'm not the fattest either. But okay, Deb. It was ready.
Just the way it came out was kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't know. It's out. Well, you can't see it, but it's there. It's there. It's there. So let's find out about you a little bit more. What do you do for fun?
Well, this is probably going to sound crazy because it's from one end of the spectrum to the other, but I flip houses as well.
No
way.
Very fun.
Yes. I'm the girl who gets out there with the hammer and all the power tools, and I'm working on stuff just right along the guys. And I love it. I love it.
That's something I've always wanted to do too.
Yeah.
Just for the fun of it. Yeah. Oh, seriously. Oh, definitely.
You got to hook up with the Property Brothers?
Yes.
That is very cool. Very cool. Have you flipped a lot of houses?
I've flipped quite a few. So I have a house right now we're waiting to sell, and the COVID-19 has not helped.
Where is it for sale?
It's in Murfreesboro.
Okay.
So the north side of Murfreesboro. So it's one of the largest houses I've ever done. So it's out of my typical footprint, but I wanted to try something new. So, I learned that I won't do that again, but however, I've learned a lot, and it was a good experience nonetheless. And that's what growing is all about, learning and experiencing. And that way, you know what to do when the time comes again. So, or what not to do. Right. So
I was just checking. My son is looking for a house, so I thought maybe it was an area he was interested in.
Bingo. Well, we just made a sale.
That would have been fabulous.
That would have been nice. I know.
You never know. He's there, right? No, or is he home right now, Deb?
No, he's there. He's still in Nashville. He's still in Nashville. Yeah. Okay. But he's looking to be a little bit closer. He works on Music Row area, so he's looking to be, closer to there. So
I can understand.
But,
yeah. Is there I don't mean to really dig into this a little bit, but there's good money to be made in flipping home, correct?
Yes. And that's why I quit my day job back in September. I was working at the bank.
Okay.
And so I quit that to go full time with that. And so, and since Scott, does well, I was able to,
Mhm,
kind of
mhm.
my focus onto that. So that's kind of what I did. And then I said, you know what? I'm also going to do this album too. So I'm going to just do it all. So, kind of all happened at the same
You're
time.
very talented. If you can do the hammer and run a power saw, turn a house over, and also be a musician, that's
Mm.
pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must handle stress very.
Yeah, thanks to my wine.
You know, normally I do have wine, but I got the coffee tonight because while we're on that subject, one of our viewers with Skip Happens, the Crow City Roasters, actually sent me some coffee, which is really cool. There's all different brands, and you can go online, go to crowcityroasters.com. They're local, but they ship for free right now because of everything that's going on. Obviously, you can't go in there, but you can go to their website, crowcityroasters.com. You can order. They have everything. They sent me like a box full of all these different coffees. And you know what fresh coffee smells like?
Mm.
Awesome.
Heaven.
Yeah.
Wow.
So your whole office smells like that, doesn't
Oh
it?
my God, it smells so good. So,
You're like, have another cup.
so I want to give a shout out to the Crow City Roasters. And if anybody's watching this, or if you watch it down the road a little bit, please look them up, crowcityroasters.com. They're a big supporter of what I do, big listener to the radio station and the Country Music Fan Club. They're into it all, and they're taking good care of us. So anyways, so you're flipping houses. Does that mean
Yeah.
does that mean you drive like a Ford heavy duty pickup?
Actually, no. I drive a regular Hyundai, but I did buy a little, what is it, I think it's a Nissan. What is it? A Nissan what? Nissan Frontier, little pick 'em up
Oh, a little
truck, but
pickup.
the
Yep.
older one. That way you can, throw stuff and beat it up and it don't matter. So yeah, I bought one of those. Yeah.
Right.
But he
Right.
drives it when I don't need it, and I drive the other car. So,
Now we were talking before we flipped the mics on and we went live. Scott, being your significant other, is an air traffic reporter and also did time in the military. And we thank him for his service. And we wouldn't be able to do anything that we're doing here today if it wasn't for people like him. But I am such a geek when it comes to airplanes. And, I could tell you the names of the airports: BNA, SFO, JFK.
Wow, he knows all the call letters.
KSYR. I can go on and on. I sit and I'll get my coffee and go over to the airport. And when the planes were flying, and I'd sit there and watch them and listen and drink my coffee and have my breakfast. That's the type. I'm a geek like that. So
no, I mean that's
love
cool. Well, sure. So, like you said earlier, it was something you really were passionate about and really wanted to do as a career. But
Right.
I mean, look at you. You're obviously multi-talented too, because here you are doing this. So we all have many, many talents that God
We
gives.
do.
You
We
know
do.
what I'm saying?
It's just putting them all to good use. Yeah.
Exactly.
Ask Deb about that time in Nashville. We made new friends. Remember, I ran into the whole crew from Southwest. It was Dave and all those guys, and we took them to the shows with us. It was a whole flight crew. And because I'm such a geek, I knew the guy was a captain. I go, "Hey, Captain, how are you?" And we struck it off in a good way. We started talking, and I said, "Hey, you want to go to some parties later?" And he goes, "Like, all right." So he went upstairs, changed, he came back down, and come to find out, he's actually from just a few miles from where I live.
Oh my God.
And he's based in Phoenix, Arizona, because he flies captain for Southwest. But he's from Central New York. And when all that came out, I went, "Are you kidding me?" So what a small world.
Small world.
It really is. Wow. That's cool.
Yeah. So you're flipping houses, you're putting music on the radio.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. Who else have you been on the big stage with? Have you had any opportunities to maybe open up? I know you mentioned Richie McDonald, but have you done some other?
Some Larry Stewart was another one. Hold on, I'm trying to think here. I have a friend that I've done a lot of work with. Do you remember a band called The Boys?
The Boys.
And their hit was called Timothy.
Oh, The Boys. They're from this area.
Yes. Yes, they are around there, Pennsylvania, New York, around there.
Ithaca. Yep.
And so he was the lead singer for them. And so his name's Bill Kelly, and he and I were music partners for years, and we still stay in touch. So, but Rupert Holmes wrote that song.
Rupert Holmes. I did not know that.
Yeah, he sure did. So him, and there's been several others, can't even think off the top of my head right now. But yeah, I've been.
I think it went something like this. Let's see if it comes up here. So, oh no, I got the commercial right now. You know, I get the pre-roll.
Oh, of course, yeah.
All right, now maybe I can.
Yep, that's it.
And it's not a very well.
I know, it's kind of grotesque, isn't it, when you really know what the song's about?
Yeah, you better not to know what the song is about. I remember buying this 45 when it came out. Not to say, you know, my kind of shows off my age a little bit, but I remember that very well.
Oh, that's so funny. Yes, yeah. And he still has as great a voice now as he
Really?
I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah. He's awesome. Now he's done more, he's into gospel and doing that now, which is awesome. Got a gal that he is called Kane and Kelly, and they actually are on the music charts and doing really well too. So I'm so happy for them. They're just doing awesome. So he's still at it, doing what he loves and doing what he does best.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have a dream artist that you'd like to perform with?
Good question.
Oh, that is a good question. Now I have a dream artist I've always wanted to meet for sure, and that would be Trisha Yearwood. I just think she is so amazing. Her voice, and I probably would pass out. I'll tell you the truth. I don't know if I could even. I'd see her and I couldn't even talk. I know myself, stepping all over my words. But yes, I just think she's amazing. So she's definitely somebody. Stevie Nicks, believe it or not, is another one.
That's a fantastic choice.
Yeah, absolutely love her. So I mean, I have such an eclectic kind of love for music. I mean, I'm all over the place. I love all types of music, but yes, those gals, Celine Dion, Barbara Streisand, Journey, REO Speedwagon. I mean, you know,
I love it.
Those.
You've got
Yeah. So if we were to get in your Nissan right now, your Frontier pickup, and turn the radio on, what kind of music would be there?
Oh yeah, I'd probably listen to classic rock.
Good.
Yep. Yeah. I probably would. I love that stuff.
That's all.
I mean, man.
So you must cover a lot of those songs then, right?
I do. When you're out gigging and stuff, you have to play a lot of music that people know. And then you can throw some of your stuff in there too. But yeah, you do. And I love doing that stuff anyway.
Oh, it's great. Especially for us. We love that music.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite place in Nashville that you all like to perform at? Or I mean, they're all wonderful, no matter how you look at it. But some venues, just artists prefer.
You know, I gotta say, I like doing the private events. And
Really?
I really do, because when you come in there, you're like, you're there because they hired you, they want you there, they are into what you're doing, and I love that. And then you really get to talk with them. A lot of times when you're up and you're doing something in a venue, a lot of people are maybe just coming in because they're partying or they're just
True.
and stuff, and they come in and they leave, so you really don't get to know people. Where here, when you do something more on a private level, you get to know them a little bit more, and sometimes you even get rehired again for something else down the road. A birthday, anniversary, even a divorce. I don't know.
A divorce party.
That's something to celebrate sometimes too.
What steered you in the direction? Oh, sorry, Skip.
No, go ahead.
What steered you in the direction towards private parties? Did you just stumble upon it, or did you actually maybe go to one and thought that was something you'd like to get into?
I was actually doing the gigs out, and people would ask me, and that's kind of how it started. And a lot of corporate events and stuff like that. I mean, because people were like, "God, you guys are great. I'd love to hire you. I got this thing going on or that thing going on." I'm like, "Well, yeah, we can do that too."
Absolutely.
So that's how all that really evolved. Tell you the truth. So
wonderful.
Got bills to pay. Got bills to pay and do a private party.
And the money's better.
Sure.
Yeah. Totally get it. Yeah. Who does all your bookings? Do you manage yourself when it comes to that?
Yes, I do.
Oh, she says that with a little bit of a frown there. Yes, I do.
It's a
lot of work.
Yeah.
Well, we were saying the other night, being an independent artist is very, very challenging. However, you have control over what you want and how you want your business to be and how you want to be branded and the songs you want to put out there. You have much, much more control, but it can be wearing on you. So that's a tough call.
Exactly. Yeah. But there's pros and cons with everything, you know, and I like having that freedom to choose and make my own choices of what I want to play, when I want to play it, and where.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you know,
We're finding more and more of that, actually.
Well, I mean, that's
a lot more freedom
right now. I mean, look how all these labels, a lot of them have gone to the wayside. It's, you know, the independent market right now.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Oh my God. Yeah. So
It's
people
great.
who didn't have a chance are now having a chance. And I think that's awesome because to me, let the fans decide. Let the fans decide what they want to hear. Not some record exec who's up there and probably never even dabbled in music themselves ever in their life and making the decision on who's going to get a deal and who's not and what they're going to sing or what they're going to put out there, what style of music. You know, this way the person can be true to themselves and do what they love.
I love hearing that because that's what we need. We need a lot more of that. And we don't need to be told what to do. And, you know, people think they can make the right decision. They're looking at one thing.
That's exactly right.
And you know exactly where I'm going. Right. Exactly. Exactly. And I got a lot of friends that work in the music industry that work for the labels. But I think a lot of those people may agree with that, too. But you know, and it's right now we're in a situation, who knows? And when all this is said and done, we don't know who's going to be left standing and who isn't. So it's fairly difficult. So
right.
Sad, but you seem to be in a good spot, and you're in your own place, and you're still turning houses over. Although, you know, right now I imagine that you're not really getting a lot of people out to the homes.
Yeah.
But your significant other is working, and that's pretty cool. You tell Scott we said hello, and tell him I'm already a fan of this guy.
Yeah, well, yeah, you two would be fast friends. I can assure you, because he loves talking that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah. I love it. Let's talk a little bit more about you. Now you've got a website. On the website, you can get samples of the music, which we played a little bit a little while ago, and I may even hit another one here in a minute. But you also have a store. You have a place. If somebody first of all, somebody wants to look up about you, find out more about you, your bio is on there, the music's on there. And also if they want to get some, what we call swag, they can do that.
Exactly. So two different places. So my website, which you see up there, AngelaOlivermusic.com, is where you can always check out videos, read a little bit about me, see some pictures. And then where you can buy my swag is on my Facebook page. I have a shop there that you can go to, and go to Angela Oliver Music there as well. So yeah. And then this is kind of like I showed you guys earlier. This is like a little fan bundle.
That is so cute.
Yeah, and it's a t-shirt, it's a CD, and it's a koozie. So all in one little fan bundle.
Aww.
So yeah, you can get all that there. Or if you just want one or the other, that's fine too. It's just, this is the bigger bang for your buck for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep. And you
do
can also
that.
download.
Support our artists. Support our artists, our independent.
Yes, exactly.
You know, you should be doing that. And if you're watching this, jump on the website and just, maybe, get something. Do it, because they need to survive like you know.
You can download them on all digital platforms too. So you can go and download the whole album or just whatever songs you like. So
here's another little sample. Powerful. So cool. Right into the next track. Yeah. So cool. But you can hear all those if you go to the website. And really cool. Your voice is like soulful. Does that make sense? more of a like
Very
a little
smooth.
very smooth. And I could hear you doing classic rock. I can hear you doing country.
Right.
Wow. Wait a minute. I could hear this in the background. I gotta turn this on. That's Angela Oliver, everybody, if you're watching this right now.
So yeah, this is the single.
It is. All right. Tell me a little bit about that song. It's the single. Did you write it? Or
Yes, I did. I wrote it with Bill Kelly.
Very cool. You did mention that in the beginning, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the song, probably, if you've listened to it through its entirety, what it means is basically that you have skeletons in your closet. Who doesn't, right? And a lot of times you can go home and find out that those people and those things are never changed and never left and are still there. So
yeah, I guess everybody has them.
yeah.
It's just a matter of getting them to come out. But
That's true. Very true, right?
It's easier said than done sometimes. But that's with the music, especially the country music and the music that you do. It's about life, and it's about those situations. It's about everyday situations, I guess. So
Right.
very, very cool.
I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
What's your favorite song on the album?
Oh, well, you caught me because I haven't listened to the whole album yet, but I am definitely going to after tonight's interview.
Yeah, I got to tell you, when I came on and what was it? Slow Down? So I'm looking at it here, but I think it was Slow Down. And somebody else, Dale Nolan, commented on that.
Yeah.
Slow Down. There was something about that. I do like that.
We were playing that before you came on, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we were listening to that.
Listen to this. So that really caught my attention. But
well, isn't that kind of where we are right now, though? I mean, I think everybody can relate to that. We're all being slowed down from life.
I
have to take a good look at where we are and where we've been and where we're going to be going. So, yeah.
Well, I think it's brought a sense of, part of me, as much as I don't want to see people get sick, and I certainly don't want to see people dying and all that other stuff. But what I really feel all of this has brought back is a sense of community and a sense of family. And we've played more games with our family and have watched more movies together. We've been going on hikes and, doing family things that we've always been family oriented, but everybody was always running. So you'd try to, all right, when could we squeeze this in? And now we're just every night there's something, literally almost every night. So it's
baseball.
Yeah, Skip misses his baseball, but this has really brought family back together. You see people outside walking and parents playing with their little kids. That's the wonderful part I see coming from all of this.
Yeah, that's a good side, but the politics is a little deep, a little heavy, I think.
Yeah. I think we're always going to have that in our world. But no matter what the topic is.
Get some sports back. And, we're big baseball fans here. That's why I have a lot of, if you ever come over here, if you're ever in town, you'll see that the studio's got baseball bats and baseballs and everything else.
Was that another dream of yours? You wanted to be
no, actually, I love it when you ask the questions. This is so good. I love
it. She's a good interviewer.
I like this. Angela Oliver. Angela Oliver music.com. Make sure you check it out. No, we're big baseball fans here. I work for the minor league team here in Syracuse. I'm one of their PA announcers. I've gotten to know a lot of the players personally. A lot of those that like the Washington Nationals, they won the World Series. We're good friends with a lot of those players. We now we have the New York Mets. We've become friends with some of those players. In March, we were in Florida, and we actually, we hooked up with a lot of our friends down there and went out to eat and stuff, which was really, really, really cool. And just I talk to them all the time. That's how I know what's going on with the baseball. They haven't heard anything from the organizations, and it's a really cool thing. And it's just the baseball bats that we have here. These are the actual bats that they used and stuff that I use that I have in the studio. So it's very cool. And you can't see it, but this is cool.
Baseball.
And then and this one is a minor league baseball because it says International League. So there's two different baseballs. I never knew there's a difference in baseballs. And
is there? What with what? Their size, their weight?
no, the size and the weight is the same.
Okay.
I do this to everybody, especially if they're here. I always do this little test. Where are we here? The size and the weight is the same. There's one difference between these two balls.
Okay. Is it the way the string looks the same?
Well, the string is actually the opposite. One is one way and the other. No, the string is the same. It's the same way. It's tighter knit on the major league ball.
Okay.
Because when the pitchers, whatever they do, they're to do with the stitching. So there is a difference in the balls. So, anyways, it's interesting. Ask Scott if he knows. He doesn't know. Do you go to sporting events?
Oh, I do actually. I love baseball. That's why, and I love hockey.
Hockey's exciting.
I'm a big pros or called Predators fan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my Scott was saying his daughter's boyfriend, fiance, he is actually a AA pitcher for the Astros.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, his name's JP.
What's his name? Because I was at the Astros camp.
Okay, yeah. He was supposed to go to the spring training actually, but of course, all this he didn't end up going. But what's his last name? JP what? JP France. He was there. JP France. Yeah, he was there. Flew him back. Yeah, he went there, but then flew back because
right. We were to get off. We're getting off the music subject.
Hey,
no, and we flew to Florida on March 7th. We always go to spring training every year. We take my son, my wife and I. We always go. My son is Down syndrome, but he's so big into baseball. He also works at the ballpark. He does. He works in the press box with me. And he does a lot of the television stuff. He puts like all my announcements he puts down in front of me, make sure everything's in the right order and all that. So that's how everybody gets to know him. And that's how, when it comes to baseball, it's so big in this house. But we went to spring training and we went to the Houston Astros game when they played. I think they played the Mets. That's why. And we were there. They did play for a couple of games. Now, the minor league, I don't know about the AA. The AAA might have only done one game or so. And then everybody had to leave. But that name sounds really familiar. But the Astros, watching the Astros play, it was interesting because people were rude.
Really?
Yeah, because like when Altuve got up to bat, the boos and the yelling and the language, people telling him to give up the ring and blah, blah. It was just amazing. And they don't have garbage cans. They wouldn't, none of that could be found because of all that whole incident. You couldn't bring signs into the stadium. You couldn't do anything like that. It was interesting.
Wow.
I actually recorded some of it on my phone because I'm like, listen to these people. This is crazy.
Wow.
But, yeah.
Sounds like, like if you were to go to like an MMA fight kind of thing, it's kind of like really just doggy dog kind of, they're just, punching it out. And everyone, I've been to baseball games and I've never seen them. Usually they're cheering for people.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. But now with the Astros, I think the fans are like pretty PO'd because of everything that happened and what came out.
Oh, okay.
With all the whole cheating scandal. So.
Oh, that's what he was saying. There's a scandal. Okay.
Yeah. So it was interesting to be at a game.
I see. Okay.
Like when you get one of their top players, Altuve or one of those guys gets up to bat and everybody just boos and tells them to give up the ring. And it was crazy. It was crazy.
Wow.
Anyway,
are you a season ticket holder for any of the sports out there?
No. Actually, no.
It's a high commitment, especially if you're.
It is. I'm not one for football, to tell you the truth. I'm not a big football player, and I'm not really into that. But hockey, I love it.
I love hockey.
But no, I don't know. It gets so crowded. I don't know. I try to,
Yeah, hockey and baseball on our end. I can tell you that much.
I can have my own good food, have my own cocktails, have a comfy seat to sit in. I can just watch on TV.
Are you? Oh,
no, go ahead.
I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
You are.
Are you more of a homebody? Do you prefer to be home, or You sound like you like to be comfy, cozy, and it's kind of how
You
I
know,
get it.
I think I was until this quarantine. And then now I've been here so much that I'm
Change your mind.
I've changed my mind. Yes. I've been like stress building. So anytime, you know, I'll get out there and I'll start building stuff. Like I built a raised garden. I built this screen around my HVAC unit, you know, like a fencing screen.
Oh, good for you.
You know, I'm always building something. I'm painting the fence.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you name it, I'll do it. I built my mom a handrail on her deck. So, you know, whatever.
So when my son buys a house,
she never had.
when my son buys a house, if we need help with something or we need to hire someone, I'm calling you.
Yeah, you know it, girl.
You're multi-talented.
Yeah, you know it. That's for sure.
That's great.
That's fun. We've been chatting with Angela Oliver tonight. She's an independent artist living in Nashville, Tennessee. She's been there since 1993, originally from Houston. She's got a song that's out to radio, and she's got her EPs are available. Her music is available. If you go to AngelaOlivermusic.com, and if you've been listening for a little bit, you know, this is what I love, because it shows that you're a real person. You're not just, you know, I mean, yeah, everybody hears your song on the radio and they say, oh, it's Angela Oliver, but you know what? You are a real person. You like baseball. You go to hockey games. You're turning houses over. You're a real person. And you're doing something that you love, just like we do what we love.
Exactly. Yep.
And I love that. I just love that about the country artist. I love that about all of you guys. We talk to so many, and everybody is just so generous and so kind, you know, and especially in this situation, you know, and Scott's holding up okay. I mean, you guys stuck in the house together. Everything's okay.
Well, he works day and night.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, he's at the Smyrna airport during the day, and then he's at the other place at the night. So we'll see each other for a few hours, you know, after he gets a little nap in during the day. But the Fridays and Saturdays are usually when we'll spend together. So, and usually I've got a ton of projects.
Yeah.
Like, giving me so many projects to do.
Has he learned how to do the laundry, hang the shirts in the closet right, put the shoes in the right spot, load the dishwasher?
What about the dishwasher? Yeah, I mean,
that's easy.
Yeah, that's the easy part. But no, I mean, I handle all that. Yeah,
it's cool.
Well, I like things a certain way too. So, you know, the glass has to go in the dishwasher. I'm sure, Deb, you can understand. It has to go in there a certain way because there's a way things fit, and you can get more in there.
What's really bad, if my husband's watching, he'll probably kill me. But every time he's so generous, he'll load the dishwasher, help out. And as soon as he walks away, I'm in there moving all the dishes around to get them to fit a certain way.
I need to have a talk.
I know. And you know, tell me this, does your husband still put stuff in the wrong drawers and place? And you're like, how long have we lived here?
Oh my God.
How long? Why is this over here? You know, it's home.
And the glasses in the cabinet, we've always put them right side up. We have just a lot of them, so I'll put like two together. But to me, if they're damp in any way, they dry when they're up. And he'll always put them upside down, and then they stay damp. And I'm we have to turn the glasses the other way. We just tease because we're opposite in a lot of things. So I'll be always teasing. See, we're opposite again. We're opposite again.
You know, that opposites attract. So
that's what they say.
There you go. There you go. Look at you.
That is funny.
Traffic reporter or air traffic reporter.
Well, yeah, because you learn something, you know, from somebody completely different from yourself. You see it from a different perspective. And so I think it just makes you more rounded. I mean, I was a very emotional person, and Scott being so non-emotional, it was like, wow, you talk about that we had to work through that.
Yeah.
Now I've become a lot more low key and not so uptight. And he's become a little more emotional. He's learned to, you know, it's okay to show emotion. You know?
I love it.
It's amazing how you just blend as you.
You do. You know, you learn how to compromise, and you know, you learn to work together.
Yeah. Has he ever? He's probably listening. I'm sure he's right there.
He does. Here's you guys. Yeah.
Johnson Airport.
Oh, yes.
I have friends that, well, now it got leveled with the tornado, but I had friends that had a couple of planes over there.
Well, they're doing a new one.
Are they? Good.
building a new one, and he's actually supposed to be moving over there if he wants to be the manager into the tower. They're going to build a new tower and everything. So
yeah, when I saw the pictures and I saw the planes just tore apart, it was heartbreaking. How close were you to the tornado?
Literally not even a mile away. Houses were like just demolished. So it was very close. It came right across Bradley Parkway, where I am, right up here by Upperland Hotel. Came right across there, and literally houses in the other neighborhood got it. And thank God ours didn't. We just got a lot of hail and rain and wind, and so I didn't even know it was coming. I mean, it was late at night too.
I was going to ask if you had any type of an alert, or
nothing.
The phones usually go off, don't they? But they didn't. Wow.
Well, it was so late at night. It was like
12:30. Right. Everybody's probably sleeping anyways.
Yeah, and so all of a sudden, for me, I had been up, but I had no idea the storm was going to get to this level. And then all of a sudden, I hear these sirens going off, the hail and the wind. I'm like, what is going on here? And then we lost power, and so it was a scary thing. And my house, there's no internal like room to go into. There's no we would be like sitting ducks. See if it came through.
Right,
here.
right,
So,
right.
Yeah. You don't have a basement area or?
I was going to say a lot of the homes are on flats, if I'm not mistaken, in Nashville.
Yeah, I'm on a flat.
Yeah, there is no basement. So.
No basement. No.
Well,
you
then
just better crawl in the tub.
Tornadoes in that area must not be very high risk, I guess, if most of the houses there aren't equipped with even a little safe room or a dugout or something to run underneath to.
On the bathtub.
Yeah, only a bathtub. That's about it. Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess that one was a pretty rough one that we.
Yeah, and it was kind of something that doesn't happen all the time.
No.
But then again, if it's happened once, it could happen again now.
Well, and we did. We had another one that hit again, and I was like, "This has been the season for tornadoes. It's just been crazy." So, and then the pandemic on top of it. I mean, yeah, that's enough. Like
that's enough.
Everybody's life has been turned upside down.
Yeah.
Angela, you're awesome. Thank you for taking the time and chatting with us tonight to get to know you a little bit and hopefully get to know us a little bit. And we'd love to have you here. I'm at the Wolf here in Syracuse, and if you come into town, we'd love to get you on the air. We'd love to do a show with you. We route people, and Jennifer would tell you this. You come to Syracuse, we'll send you up to Watertown, which is about an hour north. And as long as it's not in January or February, you're good.
Right. Right.
But our buddy Stan up there with Froggy, they do a lot of shows as well. And, now that I've met you, we've listened to your music, and I want everybody else to do that as well. Go to the website and check this out, and, and then get some merch, buy the music, and get some swag. This young lady's going to be a star. So that's really cool.
Oh, God love you. Thank you so much.
And what's really good is we need more female artists on the radio. And I think we're headed in that direction. Ingrid Andress just had a big hit.
Yeah, awesome.
And not Ingrid. There's not only Ingrid. Oh my God, I had another brain fart.
That's okay.
Anyways, there's two female artists right at the top of the chart right now, and that is so very cool. And it's been a long time since it's been like that, and we need to
It's been a long time coming.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right, Deb, you got anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was a pleasure to meet you. We can't wait to get you out here to Syracuse, New York, and get you in front of some fans here from Central New York, which is one of the things we do together. The Country Music Fan Club and Skip, we gather up and introduce you to new audience, introduce our audience to new artists. We have our VIP experiences, and we have one heck of a good time.
Ooh, sounds like a good time. Yeah, I would love it. I had a great time getting to know you both too. And so again, thank you very much for having me today. And I wish you and your families, much happiness and health.
Right back to you. Yep. And tell Scott I want to come and hang out in the tower.
Okay, you know it.
No, that's not going to happen. But I am such a geek. I got friends that are captains and pilots and all that good stuff. So,
well, I got to say, it's a long stairwell up to the top, so you get quite the workout.
No elevator?
No elevator. No.
Huh? Are you
No.
serious?
Ah,
I am dead serious. It's all the way up. And then when you finally get to the point where you get into, I don't know, the little bitty round part, you got to go up like this little ladder, like you would like going up to a bunk bed, like that.
Okay.
So
Well, I think
and the
I'll-
bathroom's all the way down there. Imagine that.
I'll pass.
Yeah.
I know, me too.
Right. And real quick, before we let you go, the Academy of Country Music Awards are going to be in Nashville in September on the 16th.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, the first time in 55 years. They were in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Before they were in Vegas, they were in LA. And before they were in LA, they were in Texas. Do you know where in Texas? I'll tell you. Dallas.
Oh, wow. Cool.
That
So
has
there's
to be
a-
way back, right?
Yeah.
A long time
Way
ago.
back.
Long
Yeah.
before
See, that
me.
just goes to show you Nashville has,
The best.
worked its way up.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And maybe we'll see you there if we come in and do a broadcast. It'll be pretty cool. And
Yeah. Definitely.
we look forward to that. We look forward to seeing you down the road. Stay safe, you and
Yeah,
Scott.
you
And
too.
I want we're going to get into the music. I'll get some of your music on the radio, which is going to be really cool. You can tell Jennifer that she's probably going to call me as soon as we hang up. Get it on the radio. We will.
Right. Well, thank you for playing it. I really do. appreciate it.
Absolutely. I want you all to
I
have a
want
good
you to
night.
wear my swag shirt proudly.
Absolutely.
There you go. That's cool. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
All righty, guys.
Thank you, Oliver, everybody, right there.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.